2023 was a great year for gaming, and 2024 is looking to be no slouch either. So here are some of the games I'm most looking forward to this year. Starting off, we'll be going over the January games I haven't had a chance to play yet, but I'm really looking forward to. First being Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown. That game looks absolutely incredible. It looks very cinematic, and it's heavily anime inspired, which is really cool. The combat looks really fun, and I'm a big Metroidvania fan, and it's supposed to be an absolutely incredible Metroidvania with its transversal options, and the time traveling mechanic looks cool. I haven't played a Prince of Persia game before, but I know they're pretty popular. This is a bit of a deviation from that since you don't actually get to play as the prince. I'm really excited about it and plan on picking it up pretty soon. Up next, we have Palworld. I absolutely love that game. I did a review on it earlier in the month, and my thoughts are pretty much the same. I really enjoy its survival elements, and I'm really curious to see what they do going forward in terms of their updates and what they add to it. I feel like it has a pretty good foundation, and see what other mechanics they add going forward will be really interesting. It's not a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I'm pretty sure the catch rate is broken. Percentages don't seem accurate at all, but I'm still having a blast playing it regardless. It's definitely a game to keep your eye out on in the future, assuming it has one and Nintendo doesn't sue it to the ground. Then we have the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. I am morbidly curious about this game and just how good it is, or more likely horrible it is. I played the Avengers and thought that was alright, but this game looks really, really bad. Like, why would you have King Shark using, or better yet, Captain Boomerang not using boomerangs? Like, that seems insane. The story seems like it could be interesting, so maybe it will land that. I doubt it based on the reviews. I still kind of want to check it out and see how bad it is for myself, so that's on the list, I guess. Alright, now on to probably my most anticipated game of the year, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I absolutely fell in love with the first game over COVID. I played so much of that game and really had a blast. It was my first Final Fantasy game, and it really got me into the series, so I'm really excited to see what they'll do with Rebirth. I haven't played the original, but from what I know, this is where the game really opens up. You can explore more, and it kind of gets a little bit more intense than the first game, so I'm really excited to see what they do with it. I believe the combat's closer to the DLC Intergrade, and that was fun, and I'm dying to see what they do with the story. Up next, we have Rise of the Ronin. This game looks really cool. It looks like it takes some inspiration from Ghost of Tsushima, which was a game I really loved. I am a little hesitant about this one because I really enjoyed the combat in Ghost of Tsushima, and this one adds guns to it, which look a little weird to me. I know it's a different time period, but it just kind of feels off. The rest of the game looks absolutely insane, which is why it's on this list. Up next, we're going to head into the Xbox side of things with Avowed. This game is giving me hard Skyrim vibes, and Skyrim is an absolutely amazing game. Love that game. So I'm really excited about this. It's from Obsidian Studios. They're the guys that made Outer Worlds. I really enjoyed that game as well. This is a more fantasy take, though, and I really love fantasy games, as you'll see with the next few. The thing that really gets me in this one is the combat looks really fun. It feels like it has a pretty good magic system in it, which is kind of hard to find in some games. Along the same lines, we also have Dragon's Dogma 2. This game looks really cool. I haven't played the first one, but it's considered a cult classic for a good reason, and the second one seems to improve upon the first in pretty much every aspect, which is really exciting. It also has this really cool feature where you can create a troop and gear them up and then send them out globally into the world for hire, and then get resources and paid for what they do in other people's games, which seems really cool. And just the game looks really fun. The combat, you hopping on top of dragons and going on side quests and stuff, it just looks like it's a good time. Starting off with the horror games, we have FNAF Into the Pit. This is a video game adaptation of the very first book, and I'm really in love with the art style, and it looks to be pretty scary, which is exciting. I really wasn't expecting another FNAF game this year with all the stuff they had last year, so this is a really pleasant surprise. The other horror game I'm looking forward to is The Little Nightmares 3. I recently played the second one and loved it, and I'm excited to see what they do to round out the trilogy. I know it's a different developer that makes this one, but based on the early trailer they showed, they seem to be doing a pretty faithful job and adding some new gameplay ideas. And I'm a big fan of the little person of big world game, Inside I really liked, and I'm excited to see what they do with this one. The final game on my list is the Black and White remake that is most likely coming out this year. I know it's probably not going to be great, but those were my first Pokemon games I've ever played, and I have a soft spot for them. And who knows, maybe Nintendo will pull a miracle and they'll be incredible. I doubt it, but maybe. I'm hoping they're at least made by Game Freak, because the last remake they made was not. It was from the people who made Pokemon Home, and I really did not like Diamond and Pearl. I'm sure we'll hear news about that relatively soon since Pokemon Day is coming up. In addition to Pokemon, I'm also looking forward to hearing news about the new Switch 2 and what games potentially come with that lineup. I'm anticipating a Super Mario Odyssey 2 since the first one launched with the original Switch. But I think that's about it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.